Crazy.
So like I had said downstairs, Nick Ham, the founder, is a huge advocate for creating as many touch points as possible to get guys in the door. Because not everybody's going to be about off-road racing. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
As we step into the music room here on Wednesday nights, we have a jam session. And that provides an outlet for not only me, but other vets, you know what I mean, who, wanted to practice and perfect their art here.
What if you can't jam?
What's that?
What if you're like me and can't jam?
Well, it's exactly where I'm positioned right now, is that
Okay.
we have a combat vet who comes in on Wednesdays and teaches guys the drums. And he's
dude.
in this moment right now teaching me how to play the drums. And that was inspired by my 3-year-old coming up here and making a bunch of noise and having a great time. So, you know what I mean? It allows guys to get involved in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Between the shooting team, the Tuesday night meetings, softball, off-road racing, right? Like we have all these different programs within this program to facilitate anybody can come through that door and find a home here.
So one of my first interactions with Warrior Built, when I first joined Warrior Built when I retired, was I got invited to help build a guitar. This is the actual guitar that I built, this lower piece. It was through the Phoenix Patriot Foundation that came out, and basically this was just a block of wood. They showed us how to shape everything and how to actually make an electric guitar. We did the dip paint and everything. Warrior Built did everything else, but I was involved in making the shape of this guitar, all the sanding and the color.
So you obviously have the motocross, the riding aspect of it.
Yep.
You have the jam session aspect of it.
Correct.
You have your PTSD organization that you've partnered with as well. What am I missing? You mentioned something else.
We have
the softball. Thank you. The softball,
podcast, combat vet.
the shooting team, the podcast.
3 podcasts that came out of this.
Bro, come on, that's awesome.
Tom's Journey, the Field Op as well.
Okay.
And then we have the Class 11 team as well.
Yeah, Class 11.
On the Class 11 team.
Yeah, for the bug.
For the bug.
So again, it's just trying to hit as much as we can.
Yeah, man,
You know, and we kind of shift and provide those opportunities when they, present themselves.
Yeah, if you look at our era, so I went in '88, nothing was going on. Then Panama hit, '89, Noriega, boom. So we do handle that. Shield, Storm, right? So it set off a series of military action. But again, we had that time off, if you will. We had Grenada and Beirut in '83, which we know that was a horrific thing. And then prior to that, obviously, it wasn't until 73, 74 when the Vietnam War officially ended. So you do have a little bit of a period, but then it set it off.
Yep.
So what we're seeing now is really the aftermath of all of that. Like World War II, my grandpa and all those guys, they had their aftermath. Right? Then Vietnam or Korea, Vietnam, and then the series, and there's always a price to pay for that. You're picking up the pieces, or I should say the entire nonprofit or community of veterans that are stepping up and picking up those pieces and saying, hey, we understand, we've been there, we've had to make this transition and all that. I want to take that pinch off of you. I want to help you do something positive that you're passionate about or can potentially be passionate to address those issues. And I think you picking up a rifle and continuing that battle is unbelievable.
Well, it couldn't be a better time to have this in place. If we look back 20 years, we crossed the border into Iraq, right?
There you go.
So 20 years retired from here, you're just dropping your pack.
Yeah.
And we all know as we stepped off of service how that impacts us in our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being around and out of that fight, it presents its own issues.
Sure.
And having a place for guys to land and to sort out that, with the resources that we've established. Hell, I've been out since 2007. You know what I mean? Like I've walked through some steps and done some therapy and learned a lot about what post-traumatic stress is to me and to others, as well as Chief. So it's a great opportunity for us to kind of give back to those that have, fought that good fight for the last 20 years.
Sure it is. And there's a lot of people, sometimes they get caught up. So individuals that I've talked to that didn't necessarily serve, but they kind of get this Hollywood image of what warriors look like what Marines and Army, Corpsmen, Seabees, etc., Air Force, everybody that served, they get this false image of what they see on TV. The truth of the matter is we're just regular guys. We have fear, we have pain, we cry, we do everything else that normal people do. Right, and I think that doing stuff like this really helps hit home so that they understand fundamentally we're just regular guys. If you want to get involved, if you want to pick up a rifle and fight, metaphorically, pick up a rifle and fight with us in our respective battles, bring it on.
Yep.
We'd love to have you. But I don't want this image of, man, you guys are tough and you eat nails for lunch. That's That's all bullshit. We're just normal guys that, like you said, we enlisted, we saw a passion and a purpose and wanting to get involved and make a difference. And now we're doing the same thing in the civilian sector. That's it.
Inspiring and motivating.
Inspire mode, perfectly said.
Yep.
So if somebody wants to get involved, like I said earlier, what do they need to do first again? You said walk through the door.
Yep, walk through the door. You know, there's usually somebody on deck here from
Okay.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
We are here on the weekends on a case-by-case basis, depending on race prep, all that stuff. But, you know, as simple as sending an email out to info@warriorbuilt.org that will land on my desk, and I can take you from there.
Perfect. So info@warriorbuilt.com.
And then there's
.org, excuse me.
.org, right?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
.org.
Once again, info@warriorbuilt.org.
And then
.org.
there's like a 4-page packet to fill out, whether you're a civilian or a warrior. You know, that 4-page packet, just, you know, 4 or 5 pages, and your DD-214.
Love that.
You know, if you got that for,
Sure.
for our combat vets, and then we screen that and make sure it's good to go.
Yep, we have our waivers and our DD-214 verification, just to make
Perfect.
sure that anybody who walks through the store know who they're speaking to.
Love
Right.
that. Right? We speak the language, we understand.
Correct.
Perfect. Yeah. There you go.